Because Hinduism contains many traditions that are technically religions or ways of life in their own right, it's more appropriate to regard it as a composite religion. Other than that, there are schools of philosophy and numerous traditions not found in other religions like Judaism, Sikhism, Christianity, and Islam. Hey FTD Facts family, welcome back to another episode. My name is Leroy Kenton, and for this episode, it's going to be an exciting one. I'll be sharing with you 10 teachings of Hinduism that really distinguish it from other religions, and some of these Hindu teachings, they're definitely going to surprise you. Starting off at number 10, we have the teaching of karma. Karma, according to Hinduism, is the fruit of your actions. When you perform actions according to your desires and assume ownership, you become responsible for the consequences of your actions. Now, your actions and inactions produce karma, and karma can come to you in several ways. The karma you accumulate is responsible for the things that happen to you during your life and even in the next life. Karma cannot be finished unless you abandon your actions and your desire for the fruit of your action. The teaching at number 9 is the belief in liberation. Commonly known as mukti, moksha, or nirvana, it is the highest goal that a person can achieve in life. Since a person is bound in the cycle of birth and death due to the nature of karma, they cannot escape from it unless they get complete liberation. Only 1 in a million people is said to come to this realization. Now, a person can achieve liberation by renouncing a worldly life, overcoming desires, cultivating detachment, getting knowledge through study, and things like practicing virtue and devoting time to God. Now, for number 8, normally when the term God is said, it's usually a male image, but there's also the Mother Goddess teaching. Mother Goddess, also known as Shakti or Devi. Now, the self of the universe and everything present in it is Brahman, while the energy in everything is Shakti. And without Shakti, nothing will be able to move. This is what's referred to as the Mother Goddess. Now, the movement of the breath and all functions in the body is happening due to Shakti. Shakti is present in numerous forms as energy and dynamic forces. The Mother Goddess is eternal, infinite, and cannot be destroyed. The cyclical nature of creation comes up next. According to some Hindu schools of thought, Brahman has 2 primary states: wakefulness, known as nimisa, and deep sleep, known as animisa. When he is awake, time, nimisa, is activated and creation emerges from him as a projection, superimposition, or transformation similar to a spider's web. Now, everything is withdrawn when he sleeps and time becomes timeless, animisa. Now, these are only brief moments in the time of Brahman, like the opening and closing of one's eyelid. But each creation lasts billions of years for us humans. Creation, like days, months, and years in our calendar, is a large time unit that lasts a long time but recurs on a regular basis. Just like each day is followed by night, each cycle of creation is followed by a period of total inactivity in which everything stays in its dormant state. Yeah, very fascinating teaching there. From there, let's look at some of the rituals in Hinduism. Hinduism definitely has a complex set of ancient rituals, and these rituals can be performed daily, weekly, monthly, or annually. These rituals can be performed at home or at temples, and some widely known rituals are puja, arti, yajnam, as well as many others. Some rituals are so complex that they can take years to complete and cost a lot of money because the ritual places must be built in stages according to strict measurements and geometric calculations, and offerings must be made at specific time intervals and at specific moments. And depending on the ritual, some can be performed physically only, while others are performed mentally. Coming in at the number 5 spot, let's take a look at literature. Now, the knowledge about Hinduism is present in various different scriptures. And these scriptures are divided into works known as Shruti and Smriti, respectively. The Vedas, which include the Upanishads, the Agamas, and the Tantras, law books, and 2 epics, Ramayana and the Mahabharata, the Puranas, the 6 Vedangas, and there are several sutras, and these are among the most important scriptures. Apart from these, there are the Gitas, which are divine songs, ancient plays and dances, and there are hundreds of works related to various professions and fields of knowledge like astronomy, anatomy, as well as hunting. The teaching at number 4 involves the Trinity. So Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva are the most important gods in Hinduism. According to the Vedas, they are the only aspect of Brahman that perform the 3 primary functions of existence: creation, preservation, and destruction. Now, the creator Brahma, not to be confused with Brahman, by the way, but Brahma is, of course, like I mentioned, the creator, Vishnu, the preserver, and the destroyer is Shiva. Brahma creates the world. Vishnu is the protector and the preserver, and he also maintains the order and regularity of the world. And Shiva destroys the world and absorbs everything into himself at the end of creation. Also, this is known, there are many gods and goddesses in Hinduism. In Hinduism, hundreds of gods and goddesses are worshipped by various different people from different parts of the world. Now, each of them has their own aspects, their own manifestations, emanations, incarnations, projections, associated deities, and attendant deities, which add to the vast Hindu pantheon. There's so many of them. Now, these deities live in the upper worlds and participate in creation and help fulfill certain tasks. For the teaching at number 2, I mentioned Brahman a little bit, but let's take a look into a bit more detail of Brahman, the Supreme Self. So Brahman is considered the highest deity in Hinduism. In the Vedas, he is described as the God of gods. He is the supreme, the absolute, and the eternal. He is known and unknown, and with and without form, creator and created, and Brahman is hidden in all as their very essence, known as Paramatma. Brahman can only be realized through self-realization. And the teaching I'm going to end this episode off at number 1 is the belief in Atman. Now, an individual soul in Hinduism is called Atman, meaning that which breathes. The Atman is eternal, indestructible, infinite, and devoid of qualities and flaws. Now, this is why it's called the individual self rather than simply a soul. But either way, all living beings, including animals, birds, insects, and other creatures, have an Atman or soul according to Hinduism. The body is a mere cover and clothing for the Atman/soul. And that concludes this episode, guys. Really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down below in the comment section, which of these teachings were you surprised of the most? Sound off down below. If you did enjoy this one, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up. And also, if this is your first time here to FTD Facts, go ahead and subscribe and ring the bell. That way you won't miss any of our future episodes. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. And until next time, stay awesome, stay educated, and I'll see you soon.